En Advance Auto Parts, reconocemos un lazo invisible entre los fanáticos de los autos, un sentimiento de confianza que nos une. Si eres de los que espera con ansiedad el sonido que vendrá al girar la llave, en Advance Auto Parts te sentirás en tu territorio, porque como a ti, algo nos impulsa a asomarnos bajo el capó solo porque sí, y nos llenamos hasta los codos de grasa sin miedo. Advance Auto Parts. Somos iguales. Somos familia.
SAFM.
It was a very sad weekend with the passing of TV legend Bert Newton. But to help us celebrate Bert's life this morning, we're speaking to someone who worked with him for 12 years on GMA, John Foreman. Good morning.
Oh, good morning, Limo, Costy, Beck.
Thank you for joining us, John. We really appreciate your time. What is it about Bert Newton that made him stand out from the pack?
Look, I think really it was his wit. You know, that was the thing, and the humour that went with it, and his ability to really thrive in so many different circumstances, whether it was hosting the Logies or hosting Good Morning Australia, the show that we did together, or playing sort of comedy sideman to Don Lane. So hilariously. I mean, I've been watching those specials over the last couple of days, as we all have, and just reminded of the sort of breadth of his work. I think that he just did so much stuff over the years, and it was all such great quality. And I think everybody's got their own favourite memories of Bert. And that's what makes him so special, I think.
I was reading yesterday that he said he didn't mind being called a second banana, and I think it's so rare in showbiz to have someone who was happy to share the spotlight like he was.
Yeah, that's right. And even when he was the top banana on Good Morning Australia, he still was very happy to share the spotlight. And in fact, you know, when the guests came on to be interviewed, it was really all about them, and he knew everything that he needed to know in order to bring out the very best in his guests. But you're absolutely right. He was... I know that those were the main prime time shows that people associate with him, the Don Lane show and the Graham Kennedy show. Interesting that when you think about it, that the two big shows that he is associated with are not shows named for him. And you're right, he was happy to play that second banana role. I think he said he didn't necessarily feel that the title was right, but that he wasn't offended by it, and he was happy to play that role. And I think it was those interactions with people, the repartee between him and Don, and between him and Graham, that was so magical.
Mate, when you think back, you would have so many stories about Bert Newton. Is there any memories that come to light that you go, oh my gosh, I remember when he did this or that?
Well, it's funny that there were lots of quiet acts of kindness where he would, you know, if someone was coming to the theatre to see him in one of his shows, there'd be a box of chocolates, or there'd be a program signed by all the members of the cast. And those were the sort of things that the general public wouldn't have seen. But I know there'd be many, many people who would have had those sorts of experiences, whether they just came through the show and let Bert know they were coming to watch or whatever. But also his encouragement of me and of all the people on the crew. You know, my very first day, you know, I'm 19, I'm terribly nervous and getting ready to go on air, and it's about a minute to go, and I'm all dressed up with my outfit and my suit and my tie and a face of TV makeup and hair, and he walks straight past and says, oh, John, we're on air in 1 minute, you better get ready. And I just thought, this is great. I was so happy. I thought, okay, we're on, this is, and that comedy that gag made me feel relaxed. Like, okay, I shouldn't be so anxious and nervous because Bert's got everyone's back, and off we go.
He really did have a knack, John, for making everyone around him feel good or feel better about themselves. And there is very quickly, John, there's a call for the Gold Logie to be renamed the Bert. I imagine you would support that.
I 100% I support that idea. I think it's a fantastic idea. He was synonymous with the Logies. I think won more gold Logies than anybody else, and he believed in it. He didn't send it up. I mean, he would send up, you know, the duration of it, and he would make fun of it and have fun with it. But he always treated the event with respect, and he felt that it was important to honour people that had done good things in the industry. And so I think it's a fantastic idea.
John Foreman, thank you so much for your memories and sharing them about Bert Newton with us this morning. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for taking the time to celebrate Bert. I really appreciate it.
Beck, Carsey and Limo. SAFM.